We're back. You're back. April's back. All right. How's everybody doing? We're winding October down, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. However, the fight against breast cancer is not relegated to just October. So be aware. And as I've mentioned before, it's not just for women. It's for men too. Peter Chris, probably one of the most famous male breast cancer survivors. But today we have April Samuels returning to talk about her organization, breastcancercanstickit.org, as well as her big event coming up this weekend, November 2nd. How'd this happen so quickly?
I know, man. I'm like, my brain is exploding. I'm like, it's a week and a half away, and I'm just like, running around.
Oh, yeah, it's not this weekend. It's the following weekend.
Yeah, a week from
I'm
Sunday.
rushing everything.
No, it's okay. You did make me panic for a second. I was like, oh my God, I'm not ready.
It's last weekend.
That's awesome, man. It's so good to see you, Dan, man. Like being back on the show again. I was thinking about it, and the first time was like 2012, 2013. And I was sitting in the same spot I am right now, but my hair was much shorter and just it feels like a lifetime ago in some ways.
Yeah, it was actually 2013 because I'm wearing the 2015 shirt.
Oh, sweet.
So it was the 2014, which was the first one I emceed.
Yep.
When I brought Troy Lucetta, the great late AJ Perro, who sat on my glasses, had to wear broken glasses on the way home on the airplane. Made it hard to read. And of course, Mr. Deanda joined us as well.
Yep.
And then the following year, we had Matt Starr, Troy again, if I remember correctly, right?
It was Matt Starr, Carmine Apiece, and Vinny Appice.
Vinny? Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Time flies. Yeah, this was the 15th shirt. Yeah. So here we are in 2025. Wow.
I know, man.
That was 10 and 11 years ago. So let's start with this. Tell everybody about your organization, how they can be part of it, and how it helps in this fight.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on, Dan. It's so cool to be here. So I was diagnosed with breast cancer. It'll be 15 years ago here on Sunday, actually, was when I was diagnosed with breast cancer 15 years ago. And it was an aggressive form of breast cancer called triple negative breast cancer, which was more likely to spread and more aggressive, more likely to recur, all the bad things. And so I opted to have a double mastectomy without reconstruction, and I had 4 months of chemo. And during that whole process, it was like right at the very beginning, I just felt this urge, to do something. And I started selling shirts. I came up with the slogan, "Breast Cancer Can Stick It." We made these t-shirts with this logo on it that we still use today. And I just started selling. Yes, that's the one, man. Yes. Yeah. It's amazing. And so we started selling those shirts and started raising so much in funds that my accountant was just like, hey, April, you're raising so much in funds. You should turn it into your own 501c3. And so we became an official 501c3 May 2013 and have been going strong ever since. We raise funds for mammograms, for research and trials, and for financial assistance for breast cancer treatment. And even just through our Drummathon event, I know we're going to talk about here in a second, but just that event alone, it's our largest annual event, has raised over $400,000. And as an organization, we've raised almost $700,000. And we're doing this like with no employees and stuff. It's crazy. We have one person we hired this year part-time, and she's our volunteer coordinator and our beat broadcast producer. And she's only allowed to work, I think it's 20 hours a week. And then the rest of us are just go volunteers. So really blessed and really fortunate to have a great group of people around us.
That's great. Time really does fly. And then talk about the event and what it does, how it contributes.
Well, and I got to give credit where credit's due, man, because Dan, you really kicked off our organization back in the early days by introducing me to some fabulous people. I think a lot of the people that I've met, I could probably trace back to the people that you first introduced me to. So I'm just, I'm personally grateful, but as an organization, we're hugely grateful to you. And I have had a lot of caffeine today because it's Drummathon season. So I'm trying to slow down, but I'm like, But anyway, so what we did was essentially in early 2015, a friend of mine was aware of our organization. He met me for coffee and he said, hey, I used to do this thing in the 80s called Drummathon. And we would go door to door and we would get people to sponsor us. And then we would play at this. We'd have an event at a park, and each one of us would play drums as long as we could. And so it was like a few drummers playing a lot amount of time. And I was honestly like, oh my God, that sounds miserable to watch. Regular
That's
like, oh
hilarious.
my God. So I was like, well, what if we like flip it, and instead of having a few drummers playing a lot of time, have a lot of drummers play a little amount of time. And so we kind of flipped it around. And so what happens is people raise fund in advance of the event, just like you would like for a run or a walk or anything. And then the top 25 fundraising drummers win a 1-minute drum solo spot at the event. They also get half price on Drum with a Celebrity, which it's an opportunity throughout the show where our celebrities will be on one kit, and you can pay to get up on a second kit and jam alongside them for a minute until the air horn blows in your ear. And then we also have performances by the celebrities throughout the day, as well as live music. The night rounds out with the new Breast Cancer Can Stick It band, which I've only said this name like twice online. We haven't made the official announcement, but the band is called Rock Candy now, the official Breast Cancer Can Stick It band.
Nice.
And it's sweet sounds for cause, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and so that band gets to have the celebrity drummers get up and play alongside me, and we close out the night like that. But this year's going to be November the 2nd at Legacy Hall, which is about 20 minutes north of Dallas in Plano, Texas. It's an outdoor venue with a big old LED screen, and we're going to have auctions and merch and all kinds of fun things and crazy things that we're introducing this year that I'm super excited about.
That's great. So, question, sort of a side note question.
Yeah.
If you had to watch a drummer play for as long as they could possibly play before they fell over or just had to take a nap, who would that drummer be?
Such a good question. I'm remembering his name. I just got him confused with another volunteer, but I'm pretty sure Sean Nichols is his name. And the reason it's hard to remember is because he wasn't ever a really super well-known drummer. But he was, Sean Phillips was the drummer for a band called Sister Seven out of Austin, Texas. And the guy, it just has the greatest pocket and feel and this funk groove that just really changed the way I thought about drumming. Like from the moment I heard him, and I just love that guy, and I say it in every interview. Anytime somebody asks me, and they're always like, "Well, who the hell's that?" So I hope people will go check him out. Check out Sister Seven, or in the early days they were called Little Sister, and he's just an amazing drummer. And of course, I mean, there would probably be tons of other people, but he's the first one at the top of my list always.
Great. Send me some links. I'd love to check him out.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that, man.
Will he be at the event?
No, he won't. He actually retired from drumming and everything. What is cool is,
I
now
didn't know that was possible.
I know, right?
Are you allowed to do that? Like,
I did not get that memo, so I don't know. But I did actually get an opportunity because with the the magical internet now, you can reach people that you couldn't necessarily reach before. And I was able to actually tell him, hey, you're the guy that I mentioned every time I talk about my favorite drummer, and got to send him some music where he had influenced me, and he was able to say, oh, I can totally hear how you got that influence from me and all that stuff. And it was super cool, man.
How old is he roughly?
He's probably about maybe late 50s by now, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Not retirement age.
Right, I was gonna say. I'm older than that.
I know, man. I know.
Maybe his significant other got involved or something. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Yoko was there. I don't know.
Yeah. He plays for fun now or something. Like,
I don't know.
That don't know me that meet Enja, my wife.
Right.
They say, oh, does he play with other people? Does he play in a band? She says, no, he just plays with himself.
Oh, no.
But I do jam once in a while. I played a benefit for our area last Saturday down in Phoenix.
Oh,
and
cool.
I'm playing this Saturday. So once in a while, I'll sit in on some fun stuff and not have to learn any songs. It's just this real neat improv thing. There's a little bit of structure, and it's fun to just sort of let loose. Other than that, I'm just putting my favorite music onto my studio and just blowing, wind in there, and I just love it still so
That's
much.
awesome. Well, I remember when you got up and jammed with us, back in Corpus Christi
Yeah.
back in 2014. I think you played both of those,
Yeah.
2013 and the 2014 events,
Yeah.
and, we got to jam out to, like, I think it was, I think we did some Journey or something, and it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, and maybe I think we even did, or I think I've also played the rock and roll, Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yep.
Many people haven't heard of them, but
Yeah, that song seems familiar to me. I think
um,
drummers know it or something.
let's also talk about this. So, when did you start playing, and why the drums? What did you see or hear or feel or all of the above that said, "That's mom and dad. That's what I want to do."
Yeah. Um, you kind of just gave me a quick segue. I wasn't even thinking about this till just now, but I actually released a book last year, and I talk about this in detail. So the word's getting out about how all this started. But when I was 5 years old, my brother had a guitar lesson. We were at a music store, and so he went on back for his guitar lesson, and mom and I were just hanging out in the store, and I found a pair of drumsticks, and I was just, like, begging her to get them for me, I was like, "Can you please get me these drumsticks?" And so she bought them for me, but the catalyst for that was my cousin, who was probably 5, 6, 7 years older than me, had a drum set, and it was in his room, and so whenever we would go visit them, I would see that all the time. And then my best friend at the time, her brother had a drum set, and he was about 5 or 6 years older than me as well. And of course, I'm a little kid, so they won't let me near this stuff. And so, you're looking at it, you're like, "But it's a giant shiny toy, man," like, "I wanna play that." And so I just got really infatuated with it, and, when I was 5, I got those drumsticks, and I just kept hitting everything around the house, and my parents said, "Okay, we're gonna put you in drum lessons." I think they put me in drum lessons when I was around 8 or so, and, I kept on it. They said, "If you keep on it, we'll get you a drum set." And so by the time I was 11, they bought me a CB700 drum set. If everybody remembers that, it's like the lower line, Pearl back then.
Yeah,
And they got me that, and, just started playing with my brother. Of course, he was a guitar player, so it was kinda easy to have somebody to jam with, and we just started out like that. A lot of fun.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Um, I started around that same age, a year younger, 56 years ago, right around now,
Uh,
which I don't always like saying because I should be a lot better. So in the sense of been
say the
playing that
same
long,
thing, man.
you know what I mean? It's like, really,
Yeah,
should I be saying that? I just
yeah.
started last year. That's what I'm going to start
That's
saying.
yeah,
I just
that's
started last year. I was so influenced by my own show. I just started last year. Um, but
that's awesome.
real quick, Sharon Spice says hello from Tucson, Arizona, which we all know is a
Oh,
home of the great Chip Ritter, as well
yes.
as John Noble from Newport, Rhode Island, all the way on the other side of the country. You're right
Nice.
in the middle in Texas. I'm in Arizona, originally from Los Angeles, started Drum Talk TV in Las Vegas, and a lot of geography involved, meeting people through the music
Yeah.
industry, which has
Wow.
always been fun. You got people that come from all over to your event, going back to your event.
Yeah.
How many people do you expect to be in attendance?
We always have a few thousand throughout the day. It's just kind of a come and go event. It starts at noon and goes till 7 p.m. And then we have like an after party from 7 to 9. So we got people coming and going all day, but it's kind of like a festival style event.
Mhm.
So it's really cool. We have such a good time with it and raise so much in funds. We've already raised almost $47,000 online, which is the most we've ever raised online in advance of the event. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how far we can take this year.
That's great. And how many drummers coming to participate to play as long as they can that got pledges, right?
Right, right, yeah. So
How many
basically, we get the top 25 drummers who raise the most in funds. So we have 25 drummers that will be having drum solos the day of the event. Some people actually just raise funds online and they're not able to attend. So we have about 20 or so drummers that will be there to
and they're
play
from all
their drum
over,
solo.
right, April? They're from
Yeah, yeah. We have folks coming in from all over. One of my favorites is we have Bobby Gordon out of Nashville. He comes about every year. He usually does something completely silly, like dyes his hair pink and or gives himself a mohawk or wears the tutu or whatever. We've also got someone coming up from the Northeast
Wait, you're
who comes
supposed
in
to have a
town.
special occasion for that?
Yeah. That's why you can't see your bottom half, isn't it?
That's right. You remember the shorts that
I
I wore?
do.
I
Yeah.
almost wore those for this, but I didn't want Enta to
Oh,
get mad. She's the one that made them for me.
really? Well, didn't you get those autographed or something?
I
Like the
so
autographed
I
in
had the pants. So for those who don't know, at the second event, I
Mm,
had long pink satin pants,
mm.
and underneath I had spandex pink shorts with a sequined, we'll just say crotch area. That my wife made all this stuff, and the
Right.
reason I had that underneath is because we had all the stars and myself and you signed the slacks, we'll call them.
Right.
And then I took them off after the last auction item. We auctioned off my pants, and then I took them off.
Right.
And when I took them off and we held them up and read the winning number, I still have the shorts. AJ Perro kneeled down behind me and started writing something on my butt. And I said, "No, we're not giving these away. I'm not taking these off." My wife will
Oh
get
my
mad. And
god.
that was the only reason.
Oh my
Um,
god. Did he
yeah, but
write did he write something like, "I wanna be the first to sign your crack," or something? Just
yeah,
like you did
it
in the
was,
yearbook?
it's like halfway written and it looks like Asian lettering. So I'm not sure. And I never got to ask him because
Oh,
he
man.
passed away just like 5 or 6 months
God,
later.
yeah. It was
Right.
it was
I
yeah,
remember
it was
getting the
within a
call
year.
from you.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
But I still have the shorts. Didn't wear them because of that. So do you have little kids that are able to make that top
Yeah.
25 that come out? Like, what are the younger ages?
Well, a lot of times we do sometimes have some kids that are younger that are one of the top fundraisers, but more often than not, we have kids that end up at the event itself the day of, and their folks will donate to get them up on stage to play alongside a celebrity, which
Yeah.
is always so cool. We've got some really great pictures over the years with the celebrities helping the little guys up on stage and setting them up on the throne and everything. But I mean, I'm talking like probably the youngest person was probably around 5 or 6, maybe that's gotten up on stage, and then we have folks, up to probably 70 years old that'll come out. So we just have the full, range of people and demographics. It's so cool. It's
That's
such a
great.
cool thing. Drummers, man, we come together as a community so
Totally.
amazingly, and this just makes a huge difference for this cause.
Yeah, and I've always seen the same thing. Often first to arrive and watch the support band and or stay after to watch the bands that play after them. And I also think we're much more communal than other musicians in the sense that we share like, oh, that's a cool snare. Oh yeah, come check it out.
Right,
Like we don't like throw a blanket over the front of our pedal board
right,
so you can't see what we're using or turn
right,
around during a solo. We're
right.
like, no, we want to geek out together on
Totally
stuff.
true.
There's just
Yeah.
different people. My
Yep.
dad, who is not a drummer, used to compare us to like golfers and campers, where for the most part, you didn't mess with anyone else's stuff. It was okay where it was, and you
Right.
did compare and talk about it and share notes. Like he kind of just got that on his own from observing me play gigs for years and years and years growing up.
Yeah,
And I think it's a
that's
decent
accurate.
analogy.
It's totally accurate, man. It really is. It's cool because you're right. We all do that. Like whatever it is that you've got going on, it's like, oh, what's that over there, man? Show me that. Oh yeah, you got to try out this, trash symbol, whatever.
Right.
Just all the different fun toys. And in fact, we've talked about doing some kind of a show where we get a chance to like, talk about all of the kind of unique things that each of us has because you all find something unique where you're
Oh
like
yeah.
for example, like the no nuts or whatever, and I'm not paid to say that by the way, I wish I was. But like the no nuts cymbal sleeves, like a lot of people haven't seen those. And I love those because it makes it so quick to break down. So there's a lot of little kind of things that every drummer has that when we share that information, it's just cool because you can get like the best of everything.
Yeah. I have some weird stuff from over many years. One of my favorite, what I think would be a weird thing is it's symbol color, so it's like the gold, but it's
Right.
a mirror finish.
Oh,
It's about
nice.
this big around. It's a giant LP bell that it's shaped and looks like a World War I helmet. It
Wow.
just has a thin rim and it's a big dome and it just clang and it just
It's
it's
like,
so
"Oing, oing,
cool.
oing." Yeah.
Yeah, so
Wow.
I'm like that too. I like just weird little things that
Yeah.
maybe most people that don't have.
Right, right. Unique stuff. That's
Yeah,
fun. Yeah, I like sharing that as well. It's cool.
totally. Just give a shout out to some of the gear sponsors that are involved, and anybody
Oh,
others.
yeah. Oh, gosh. Well, so the event is presented by Lexus Box Garden at Legacy Hall, and it's an association with Roland. So big shout out to Gabe over at Roland and everybody there for all that they do. They've been sponsoring Drummathon for many years, so we're super grateful to them. We also want to give a shout out to Platinum Music Complex, Love Life Foundation. We also have the Lake Rats is a band that's also very supportive and helps
Great.
fund the event. Hosa. Um, there's countless ones really, but those are the top ones right there. And so we're really grateful. Aquarian, they always re-outfit all the drums for the event, so we get fresh heads every year for the event. They also provide some goodies for us to throw throughout the night. So it's super cool. It's just everybody, like I said, coming together to help the cause. It's very cool.
That's awesome. How can people find the information for the event,
Yeah.
as well as how they can support throughout the year?
Yeah, totally. So if you go to drummathon.org, it's with 2 M's, drummathon.org. You can get all the information about Drummathon this year, including the guests that are going to be there. We're going to have Zoro from Lenny Kravitz. We're going to have Jake Sommers from Luke Combs, Rich Redmond from Jason Aldean, Matt Starr, Ace Frehely, Mr. Big, Gregg Potter and Cathy Rich from Buddy Rich Band, Lori Peters from Skillet, Keio Stroud, Big and Rich, and Johnny Kelly from Quiet Riot. So it's going to be super cool. They're all listed there, drummathon.org. You can check it out. The schedule is going to be posted there real soon as well. But you can get all the details about where it's located and just how you can also contribute. There's the link there that you can donate. We're still taking donations. Of course, we take donations year round, but we like to really pump it through Drummathon to see how much we can make through Drummathon. And then outside of Drummathon, you can go to breastcancercanstickit.org, and there's a help the cause up at the top and a little link to donate. You can choose your way you want to donate and make a donation. And again, all of it goes towards mammograms, research and trials, and towards financial assistance for breast cancer treatment. So I was so happy to get people involved, and we want more drummers. So I know you got the ear of lots of drummers. So man, you got to get involved. It's so much fun. You can't imagine the camaraderie that happens at this event. It's something that every year, at some point or another, I just stop and I look and I go, dang, this is really cool. And I really get choked up about it because this is such a cool thing seeing everybody come together for this cause.
Absolutely. And, folks, don't lose sight of the fact that the cause is to work toward finding a cure for breast cancer so that you, a loved one, a future loved one that might not even be born yet, can avoid this. That's the whole idea. That's what we're all coming together for.
Totally.
All right. April, thank you so much for taking time on short notice.
Dude, thanks for having me. I can't thank you enough, Dan. I really, really appreciate it. I miss you so much. And I want you to know I'm going to be talking to our Drummathon committee tonight. And I want to try to find a way, if you're available, I'll check with you offline. But we would love to get you here this year. It's been too long. And I think 10 years is when you need to come back. And I know it's a week and a half away, but I'm going to hit you up after the call here and see what we can do.
Oh, that's awesome. Thanks. Would love to. Would always do anything I could to help your organization. Folks, jump on board. And thanks for following April Samuels and myself at breastcancercanstickit.org and drummathon.org and here on Drum Talk TV's network of social channels. And check out drumtalktv.com. And we'll see you all soon. April, hang on the line with me, okay?
You got it. Take care, buddy.
Right. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.